Hey friends, I'm Josh and welcome back to yet again another Scream 5 update, something we have all been waiting for. I'm literally in the middle of eating my avocado toast and I have to get it to you, obviously, ASAP because we have been waiting for this moment. So let me take a quick bite and then we'll get into it. Alright y'all, the queen herself, not Sydney, but Gale Weathers is back on the scene. Courteney Cox was just spotted, I believe this morning or yesterday morning, on set filming scenes for Scream 5. I've had so many people ask me if I knew when Gale was gonna get her booty back on set, Courteney was gonna get her booty back on set. And I don't know, I'm not an insider, but I tried as hard as I could. I was stalking every cast members, the directors, the producers, all of their Instagram, and I couldn't find anything. But doesn't matter, because she's back on set. And she is looking fly. Gale Weathers always looks bomb in every single Solitary movie, whether we love her bangs, or her red streaks, or her yellow jacket thing that she wore in the first one. She's always got something really interesting on, something that is reflective of her fiery personality. So these photos don't really give away too much. Apparently, from what I've heard, she's at one of the crime scenes and this is her first introduction back into Woodsboro. This leads me to believe that she is, again, a reporter who is big news. I would assume since Scream 4, she's written another book. Perhaps that book got picked up for a TV series or a film series or who knows. But I just have a feeling that Gale Weathers is at the top of her game again. She has left Woodsboro. I do not think her and Dewey are still together. I don't know if they're just estranged or divorced or she is still, or they're still married to each other, but she's just chasing her dream again because she needs that spotlight. She has this need of being in the spotlight, of reporting, of being in the headlines. And that's what she's going after, and I don't blame her for it. So besides her beautiful red suit that is just like a power suit to the max, she is in it to win it. You can tell that she means no BS. I don't know if they're filming while these photos are being taken, but even just the way she's walking, she's like embodying that character of Gale Weathers that we want back. I want OG Gale Weathers, bitchy Gale Weathers, go-getter Gale Weathers that's gonna push y'all out of the way. Moving on from Gale, I want to talk a little bit about Dewey and Sydney, David Arquette, and Neve Campbell. David Arquette has been on the set for quite a few weeks. I think right from the beginning he was already filming, so that would lead me to believe that he is in a giant portion of this film. I feel like either he's the sheriff or he's retired or in one way or another still working with the police agency, and he's inserting himself, of course, into the investigation. So I feel like maybe our new main character, one of them, is going to be Dewey, and he's just really going to be taking the reins. I feel like he's going to be over it, just completely over dealing with this stuff. I don't think he's going to be as goofy as he used to be. I think we'll still get the Dewey personality, but I think he's just going to be kind of a badass in this. And I would like to see that growth in that character and that change. I want to see a badass Dewey that has taken no shit from no Ghostface. So then we've got Sidney Prescott, Neve Campbell, who has just returned to set and is apparently supposed to be filming. So perhaps her and Courteney Cox will be in the film the same amount of time, they'll have the same amount of scenes in the film, who knows. But I just feel like Sydney, not that she's going to be a background character, not that they're going to take away from her story, but I just don't think we're going to be focusing in on her as much. Scream 4 was supposed to focus on a new group, but the killer was Sydney's cousin, so it was still really all about Sydney, even though they were trying to make it not about Sydney at all. So this leads me to believe maybe Sydney still lives in Woodsboro. She could have thought that it was all over, everything was done, fourth time's the charm, and she could have a nice, peaceful life, settled back down in Woodsboro, and she thought that was the end of her horror movie. So then I'm wondering, is she actually the first kill? Is she the opening kill? I think they could do it because that would just be the end of that story. We're moving on to something else. That's why Gale is coming back. That's why Dewey is just so over it. That's how they're passing the torch here. It could be the end of Sidney Prescott. And I feel like nobody agrees with me, but I wouldn't be mad about it. I think if they did it in a way that was like beyond, something we would never expect. Maybe she fakes her death. Maybe she doesn't actually die, but she gets attacked again, so then she goes into hiding. She shows up at the end of the film and is like, F this, I tried hiding for 15 minutes, heck to the no, I'm back. I don't know. my wheels are just turning and turning. But I do think that she will be in the film a little less than we've seen her in other films. I think we're going to really this time start focusing on these new cast members and these new characters that I think are being developed in a wonderful way. That's all I have for you guys today. Gale Weathers is back on set. What more could we want? Let me know your thoughts and your theories down below. Do you think Dewey is a disgruntled sheriff now who's just not going to take any BS? Is Gale back in Hollywood and returning to Woodsboro to do more investigation? And is Sidney Prescott going to be the opening kill? And as soon as I get more Scream 5 news, you know it, I'll be back.